What's up, y'all? It's just Rhonda. Welcome to my channel. We're over here in Potomac. What is it? Season 9, episode 15. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to do my best to make something out of this nonsense that they brought over here to Potomac this week. I was going to check out. I will check out. I promise you, if this is all they got going, and I hate to come on here complaining, but this is what they're going to be doing, like for real. Ashley doesn't know who she is or what she wants to be. Ashley is a mom and she's a wall climber and she's a terrible international singing pop star. What else she do? She's an extremely bad TikTok dancer. And now she wants to be a drag king. Not a drag queen, but a drag king. And I feel like, I don't know, Ashley and her performance, she's just not a very good performer. I don't know. I don't know what Ashley could be doing, but it seems like if it's season 9 and episode 15, she would have had something figured out by now. I don't know what it is. I don't know what Ashley does. Now that there's no Michael Darby, who is Ashley Darby? Right now, she's being an egregious time waster. And so I'm not going to waste any more time over here with Ashley pretending to be a drag king. Giselle goes to visit Kierna. Giselle goes to visit Kierna at her spa. And Giselle said that it's in a very high rent district. We love that. That means she's got a very high end situation, spa over there. And would like to see more of that. I'm glad we finally shot her over here in her business and not at Greg's kitchen. Think the beauty industry has a lot of they got so many different opportunities and avenues that can explore. And Kierna is beautiful. Her mom is beautiful. She looks like somebody you would want to take beauty advice from. I'm just saying. So, yeah, it was cool to see her in her business. So her and Giselle, are sitting in the back having some cute little snacks and some champagne. And Wendy pulls up. Wendy pulls up with a flat tire. Winnie does not know that when your car starts making a weird noise, you should pull over. She thinks you should turn up her radio so she don't have to hear it anymore. Wendy is a perfect example of how you can be book smart, but not that, bright at the same time. She's standing out here. Is she playing dingy ding ding or is she really dingy ding ding? I feel like she kind of really is. I remember she was over here trying to give Peter Thomas her money and her husband was like, my ass, we are giving Peter Thomas money. Now she's over here. The car, has a flat tire. She's still driving on it, so damaging the rims and things. She's calling the AAA. At least she got the AAA number. Eddie probably programmed that in there just in case of an emergency, but she didn't know her AAA expired. Child. Why would she know that? She's like, well, put it back on. It's not like her credit card's empty, sir. Anyway, they all sit down in the back and they're having snacks and things, and they're discussing whether or not Kierna will be hyphenating her last name. And Greg is definitely not about the hyphenation. He wants, he hasn't proposed. So, not yet has Greg got down on one knee and asked her to be his wife for they could matrimony each other. He hasn't done that. He did, though, tell her and let her know, it was very clear that he won't be proposing to anybody who's not going to change their last name. And these are his terms and conditions. And based on the type of, morals and values you have, that's a big thing for you. It's about the ownership for Greg. He needs to own you. You have to have his last name, cook his dinner, clean his house. Bend over, make your elbows touch your knees, or your knees touch your elbows, or however you're supposed to do it. He said he likes to boss around. They have a flashback of them over at his office, and he says that if she changes, and maybe then she'll get to have his last name, and he enjoys bossing her around. That came out of his mouth. And Kiana says that they argue over domestic issues. How do those terms and conditions ever match? Like, if she thinks that she can convince him to not be, I don't know, a Neanderthal, she's not going to be able to do that. He's always going to be spouting off silly stuff, and the domestic issues are always going to be an issue. His thought process is he's the man and he should take care of you. No, not take care of you, control you. Make sure your source of income is not one that you could be comfortable with, at least not as comfortable as the lifestyle that he can provide for you. Now, if you're over here on this Housewives show and you start getting endorsements and things, that changes your financial status for yourself. For him, that's a no-no. Seems like he's trying to derail it. They start talking about how Karen looks tired and skinny. Yes, she looked tired because she thinks she's about to go to jail because she knows full well she wrapped her car around that tree while she was under the influence of whatever she was under the influence of that kept her wobbly for at least 7.5 days. There's an issue on Ozempic debate. Yeah, she is, which can't help. Like at the end of the day, Karen is 61 years old. That in itself, I don't care how healthy you are, you're gonna be tired, and now you're putting alcohol on top of it and Ozempic and shit. You be tired from Ozempic because you gotta hold your big old head up on your little neck. That's exhausting. Wendy says she's not sure how to navigate, like how much she should enter herself into Karen's business. She don't want Karen to think she's overstepping her boundaries. And Giselle thinks that if you're a friend, you'll take that chance. And I'm like, nobody should be out here taking friend advice from Giselle. Because one thing she don't know is how to be friends. Not a good one. I think if it's your friend, you will let your friend have the space to let you know when they are ready to discuss it. And it don't seem like Karen is ready to discuss it. And I don't think Karen and Wendy are friends like that. So Gordon and Ray meet up for lunch. And, it was a nice little all man get together. They bond over like how the sun used to come up earlier 100 years ago. And then high noon was the hottest part of the day. And wherever they're at now, they need to be in some air conditioning. And I'm not mad at that. I live in Florida, so whatever they're going through right there is pretty much most of my year. And I would definitely prefer, being in air conditioning when it's 100 jillion degrees outside. What's his name? G is like, well, I saw your wife was in the news where she was over here crashing her car into trees and things. And, it's been everywhere out there. And Ray's like, it's fine. I mean, she looks fine. She doesn't look like she got in an accident. Nobody was hurt. So she's hoping that things out, there's a positive outcome in this whole situation. And I'm like, Ray, you act like you were not standing there watching her Maserati go up in flames while you held her purse. Her wig sliding off the side of her head. It was a disaster. And it was all caught on body cam. Everybody's seen it. Now we all know Carol is, what's her name? Karen. Karen is just as wild as they said she was. They sit over there and they talk about how they're losing control of their wives. They don't have as much control as they used to have because, the funds is running dry. And I'm like, did Gordon ever really have control of Mia? She doesn't seem like it. I mean, she did say there was a tussle going on and he did lock her in the room and took her phone. And that's not cool, Gordon. Kind of control was you trying to have over there? I don't think Ray was locking Karen in no closets. That was her phone. Gordon and Ray ain't the same type of dude. But he did say in June he had those kids 25 days out of 30, which to me, he's trying to say this lady be out here in these streets. She always somewhere, and she might be. And I'm sure there's evidence on Instagram of all the stuff she was doing with the little ink. Ray is like, I heard when they were in Panama, you went and snatched the kids. Now we're finding out, Mia was over there acting just like we thought she was. And Gordon had already discussed with her what he was going to do with them kids because he didn't like that lady that keeps Jacqueline's kids. And I don't think I would be having Jacqueline vouch for anything. It's not gonna work for me. That ain't gonna work. I'm pretty sure I don't want her babysitter. I don't know what be going on over in Jacqueline's house, but it doesn't make me comfortable. And he like, ink going in and out. He said he don't know ink like that to be leaving his kids with him while Mia's not in town. So it's not a problem if Mia's there. And I don't blame him. Why would I don't know this nigga like that. Come on. Sound crazy. And took the babies where the lady is that she knew with the pool and the kids could have a good time and she knew that's where they was going. Right? It's like, well, I mean, I guess I thought y'all was cool because the people are like moving on to the next relationships and think at some point everybody's got to be an adult. And Gordon is like, I mean, I hear what you're saying. It depends on the situation. And for me, this man was over here cheating back and forth with my wife and then wants to tell me that, he thinks that my son could possibly be his. So, the tension is a little bit different over here with Lil Ink. And then Mia is playing the probably possibly game over here. So he went and got a paternity test done. Right sitting there with his shrimp and grits, like, what? Really? That's what happened? He's taking it all in. He's like, yeah. So that's his son, and he could rest with all of that other nonsense that Mia is over here making fake tears and things. I'm not gonna make a face like Mia, but it's giving Wanda. Jamie Foxx, that's what I think of when I see Mia with her lips all pooched up like that. Ray said when Karen was pregnant, she was over here talking about, she said, blue eyes running her family. And if anybody has ever thrown her ass under the bus, honey, this is the time it happened. We have heard the girls out here talking all kinds of smack about Karen, but Ray just said that baby better not have blue eyes. And we all know that you was driving around with blue eyes. Well, Raven don't have blue eyes, but seems like Karen wasn't for sure what was going on over there. Gordon and Ray be putting business out there, seems like. Gordon said that he suggested to me that they have post-marital counseling, which I feel like when the kids are little is an excellent idea. It's just a tool to help y'all navigate how to deal with the children, what to tell them, if only people could part ways so smoothly with a post-marital. They'd be straight down to the forensics attorney office. Mia told him if neither one of us are planning to get married right now, so there's really no point. We could just stay separated. It sounds like she doesn't want to pay for no divorce and quite possibly could be holding out on what she can get, out of his Social Security retirement or whatever he's getting over there if she's still his wife. Honestly, I think both me and Gordon are full of shit, so I really don't like to spend too much time trying to chase what their lies and fairy tales is over there. Stacy goes to speak to an attorney. I can't believe that she's just now getting to this, but Stacy is kind of like Kyle over there in Beverly Hills, where she still believes. I think, doesn't seem like Stacy really wants to get a divorce. I'm thinking maybe it's uh her husband, but she said she wants spousal support, but she does not want child support because he gonna do everything for Annabella. Anyway, Annabella is gonna get whatever Annabella wants. And the attorney's like, yeah, that's the circumstances you in now because you're married. But once you're not married anymore, the playing field gets a little different. And then what if he gets another woman over there that doesn't really want him like giving Annabella whatever she wants whenever she wants? You need to have an understanding of what it is that he's going to be responsible for. If he wants to do more, he can go ahead and do more, but at least we got a standard of what it's going to be. So I guess we got to figure out this money, honey. She said he is very much wealthier than her. So she over there getting everything in writing and arguing with the daggone attorney about what she should do. Know my husband, girl, write it down. Get it in writing. It's not that serious. You can still be nice to your ex-husband to be. That attorney said, what's her name? Stacy. Stacy said, how many people sit here like and say the same thing I just said? And her attorney was like, if if I had $5 for everybody that said that, I would be sitting on the beach somewhere. Girl, get it in writing. Once again, Giselle, she has no story. If her kids is in town, she better snatch them up to go film real quick because she doesn't have anything else going on. But I mean, I'd rather hang out with the girls than, do whatever Ashley is doing over there down to the drag bar. Where's them kids at? You the one, and you just as bad as Mia. I don't really think they were Michael like that, like that. Girl, we're not talking about Ashley. And Giselle got us over here at the Container Store, and there's not a whole lot, honestly, that goes down in the Container Store. Giselle was naming off all the things she does, and she says she was on a board or something at the NAACP, and I'm like, is this why they got an NAACP? Because somewhere over there, there's an individual that wants to, give Giselle the heads up. One thing I will say, the smartest thing I've heard Giselle say since I've been watching this show is that she was going to get an investment home. And I'm guessing she's going to buy a home that the girls can live in rather than in the dorm or something where that money can go into that home. And then they'll have a house and they can move on from there. That was, I like that idea. Grace is like, what about me? We're going to get Grace a house too. That's what she need to be doing. I'm not mad at that. Stacy and TJ go to lunch. Is this their first date? I don't know. Is TJ feeling her slipping out of his fingers? He hasn't been on as much episodes as he was like to. Y'all spent all those episodes in Panama. They probably forgot about me. TJ came over here to act. He asked her when is her husband moving out. And I'm like, TJ, you didn't even want to hold her hand a couple weeks ago. Now all of a sudden you're in a rush to get her husband out the house. He's in his feelings because he wants everybody to know that they're dating. He wants her husband out of the house. He wants everybody to know that they're dating. He wants to go over to her house. She's like, pause, TJ. You're gonna mess it up, is what you're gonna do. Well, he's sitting up here getting all emotional, and I'm like, oh, is this his acting debut? Did he come over here to try to pretend like we believe that, he has some types of feelings for Stacy? Was that your script? Get out of here, TJ. No, you can't come over. And that's what she said. She was like, right now, me and my ex-husband are working through things amicably, and I'm not about to start bringing no man to the house disrespectfully with my daughter there. So no, you go stay up here at the little crash pad that I rented for this show. I didn't even bother putting a flower or a picture or nothing in there. When this show is done typing, so will this crash pad be done. Go back to my house and you can go back to doing whatever it is you was doing. Karen gets all the tea from Ray. They at the house and she's trying on outfits because Ashley told them that they need to tap into their masculine side. And it doesn't look like any of them have a masculine side because none of them, tapped into it to come to her event. But Karen should I wear your shirt with just some panties on? You going out with just your panties on, Karen? Or should I wear this jacket with no back? And he said, it don't look like it got a front. We're looking at a jacket with a hole in the middle with no front and no back. Karen, what is happening? Put the clothes on. And Ray wants to know why you out here all of a sudden with these little dresses again. All of a sudden. She said she was trying to woo him or whatever the hell she said she was doing, but I don't think that's what it is. And he must not have seen her Instagram because she in more than short dresses. Karen be over there with a bikini on, her leg throwed across the balcony. Child, he ain't seen it. But he gave Karen a down low on what happened over there with Gordon. And he let her know that Mia cannot possibly have a custody of those kids if there's no divorce in play. No filing, no papers, no nothing. There's no custody agreement. And he told her that Gordon already had a paternity test on them kids, and that is his son. And she's like, well, then why is she over here playing with us, acting like she don't know who the father is, possibly? And she also said, Gordon, told Ray and Ray told Karen that they are not in the middle of no divorce. And she's like, she acting like divorce is almost over. They haven't signed no papers, filed no papers, looked at no papers, mailed no papers. Nothing has been done. They over there going to the school of Tish from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Not Tish, Trish. It don't matter. Child. She's just another person pretending to be getting a divorce. So now we're at Ashley's drag show, and the ladies are meeting up at this dive bar. Look like that now. There's nobody. I mean, there's no space in there. I didn't realize that how tiny it was. It looks small, but I'm guessed. Like, why would people come see Ashley be a drag king? Sounds silly. Not drag queen, not drag king, just Ashley being one. Because here we got to watch her pretend to be an entertainer again. Giselle and Kierna, their version of a masculine energy is a cowboy hat. Because Giselle had on some tight little leather pants and a little black vest, and she looks cute. I'm gonna give her that. She looks cute. Because Giselle, I didn't hate this. It seems like all the girls want to be a cowgirl. I know I got me some cowboy hats. Shout out to Beyonce. Kierna showed up like if she was a cowgirl on Hooters, had Cowgirl Day. That's what she looked like. She about to bring some wings and some booty cheeks to your table. Chicken fingers, cheese sticks. That's what she looked like. And based on the way that she showed up at that bar, I feel like she's already letting Greg know that his days are numbered. Because I don't know nobody going out the house like that with a caveman as a partner and your booty cheeks hanging out. Wendy showed up just like Wendy. She was like, none of them have a masculine energy today. They all found their feminine energy. Kiana tells us about another fight with Greg. Is this like the fight been going on since the other day when you were concerned about the hyphenating of the name, or but they fighting because she did the fight start before or after you put that outfit on? I'm just thinking, like I feel like if I put that on and was going to go somewhere, then the fight would definitely sue my house. That's all I'm saying. It would be some, yeah, loud conversation. She said that her being a part of the group has 1,000% affected her relationship. And I'm like, that's because he doesn't want to see you be financially independent in a way that you can take care of yourself the same way he can. So there's that. I'm just saying that's what it seems like you're doing over there, Greg. Wendy doesn't want Karen to have to choose between being in the group, around the group, or being with Greg. That's probably not she ain't gonna do that. It's about her choosing whether she wants to be a part of this or not. I think he's worried less about her choosing herself, and I mean more about her choosing herself and less about y'all. Y'all are just part of the package that she's aligning herself with, but it's definitely gonna give her some exposure, which is good for her business. Like if he was a real one, he would be glad that she is in a position to grow and on a person in her personal level. This is a beautiful girl that's been in DC with those booty cheeks for a long time. I'm quite sure she's dated athletes and all of that. So I would feel like she picked this guy because she likes him, and he's over here, being insecure and worried about her being outside the house and not in the kitchen. Child. Mia and Jacqueline show up. They look like they came straight from the trolls sucking dick for $40. That's what they look like. Pretty much everywhere they go, that's what they look like. But today, particularly, if this is their masculine energy, child. As soon as they sit down, Karen is to Giselle, come here, I need to talk to you for a minute. So she takes her in the back and downloads her on all the information that she just got from Ray. And then Giselle rushes right back to the table and lets questions Mia. This is what they said, and this is what they said. And Wendy's like, I can't hear y'all arguing. I want to hear what's being said. We need to take this fight outside. So they took it outside and they continue to scream at each other. And I guess we'll listen to them screaming at each other. Mia telling Karen that she was like taking in dicks and all kinds of, it got gutter like that, So it was a Mia kind of argument, and it's to be continued. So sure, I'm looking forward to that, and I definitely can't wait to see Ashley perform and sing again. Y'all like the video, subscribe to my channel, and we're here. We might as well finish. Bye, y'all.